If you watch my videos of doing the inner rocker panel install on the driver's side of the truck, you'll remember that I made a mistake up here, that I cut out too much of the material and it left me with about a ½ inch gap that I had to make a patch. I had to make a separate little filler panel to fill that in. Well, I'm taking my own advice this time around, and I've clamped the inner rocker panel to the outer rocker panel, and I'm just going to whittle away at it until I get a nice fit of that inner rocker panel. But remember, you need to clamp it in place, just so you can make good marks and good cuts, more importantly, and not cut away too much material. When you're getting ready to start cutting to fit your inner rocker panel in place, there's a couple things I wanted to point out. There's these little bulges right here. You can see one here. There's one a little bit further back. It might be a little more difficult to see, but I'm tracing it with my finger, and I'll pan out here so you can get a reference to where it is. It's right here. These little bumps are really going to screw you up when you're trying to fit your inner rocker panel in place. So what you can do is, because your inner rocker panel is going to extend up to about here, you can go in and just cut along the top of these little bumps to get your initial fitment. You're still going to have to cut further up, but when you get rid of these little bumps here, it helps you get a better fitment of your panel. So cut a little high, then take your clamped inner and outer rocker panel, hold it up in place, and then mark where you would need to cut. Alright, fitting up the inner rocker panel, you can see I got a little more material from the floor cut away. Pan down here, these are some of the pieces that I cut out. You can see what I just mentioned, the little bumps that are in the factory floor. You cut around those and get those removed. And we still got enough sheet metal there. I still got more that I need to cut away, and I'll show you that here in just a second. And you can see here we still need to make our cut along the floor here, but I'm doing a lot better on this side than I did on the driver's side, and that is because I clamped the two panels in place. I can't stress that enough to get these the inner and outer rocker to fit as best you can. They need to be clamped in place, and you can see here there is still a bit of a gap, but I can show you right here my outer rocker panel is still, it's actually in almost perfect position right there. So this gap right here, you'll probably need to hammer this inner panel in a little bit so that it seats into the floor here, but also you don't want to suck your outer rocker panel in too deep. But there we go, we're getting pretty close, and I'll make these cuts and get this fitted in place and take another video. And here we are, I made my cut, as you can see there, but like I just mentioned, we still have that gap problem. So I'm going to hammer on this inner rocker panel and see if I can't get it to fit up a little bit closer. Right now the gap is roughly 1/4 inch in some areas, in other areas it's as much as 3/8. But you can see down at this angle the cut is pretty good. I shouldn't have too much to fill up. I don't think I'll have to make a patch panel like I had to on the driver's side. So I'll get to hammering on this and see if I can't close in this gap a little bit better. And after a little bit of hammering, we've got the gap pretty good. I can push in on it a little bit and get it to line up real flush. You don't want to push in too much because you do need to put some rosette welds down in here when you mount the outer rocker. But otherwise it's pretty good. I think I'm going to go with it as it is. But before I get that welded up, I'm going to get in here and cut out my original floor and get my new floor panel mocked in place. Okay, got the floor cut out. I got the floor bases ground smooth and put some weld through primer on them. And as you can see, I didn't cut out nearly as much of the floor as I did on the driver's side, mainly just because I didn't need to, which is good. I don't have to deal with that corner, which was a pain in the butt, and that corner, which was a pain in the butt. So we got all the perimeter of our base material, our original metal, ground smooth and ready to weld in the new inner rocker panel. And here we have the inner rocker panel tack welded in place, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do some finish welding on it. I've already finish welded the rosette welds here at the front, at the body brace, the floor brace, and I just got to fill in this area back here. In this area the gap is perfect, but as you can see it comes along here, starts to fatten out a little bit, and back here you got a little fat. I cut out a little too much, just like I did on the other side, but this side's much better. Honestly, it's borderline. If you wanted to just fill it in with weld, just do a tack up top, tack on bottom, and just kind of slowly join the two pieces together, that'd be fine. That's what I'm going to do, but I would call that borderline as to if you wanted to just fill it with weld or make an actual filler panel. But like I said, I'm just going to fill it with weld and hope for the best. And here's the inner rocker. The welding is finished on it. I still got to do a little bit of grinding. I was going to finish the grinding, but my Harbor Freight 4.5 inch angle grinder just crapped out on me. But that's okay. I think I bought it on sale for 10 bucks, so I'll just go buy another one. That's what Harbor Freight is, disposable tools. It's fantastic. So, but yeah, this is it. The welding is finished. Got to finish a little more grinding, and the next step is to put the kick panel in, and of course I will document that.